Hey everybody, I'm Trainer Joe and I'm glad you're here. Today I'm going to talk to you about the surprising reason you are still hungry. So most people watching my channel are interested in weight loss or they want to help somebody else with it. So let's look at one of the big reasons people struggle. They start a new program, whether it's Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, Keto, my program, any program designed to help them lose weight. And what they find early on is they're following the program and they find themselves still hungry. I'm still hungry. So they quit. Is that you? Has that ever happened to you? Probably has. Well, let's look at two things. Number one, let's look at why you're still hungry. And number two, let's look at what you should do about it. And that pretty much covers it, doesn't it? So why are you still hungry? You're doing a program, you're following it, and maybe they even said, you're not going to be hungry, whatever else. You're still hungry. Here's why that is. Here you are. Let's say you currently weigh 200 pounds, and your happy weight is 150 pounds. So you're doing a program with a desire to weigh 150. But here you are at 200. Why do you weigh 200? Well, you weigh 200 because you've eaten for a period of time enough food to weigh 200 pounds. That's who you have become. The 200-pound man or woman. You eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, 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 and there you are. You've learned how to weigh 200 pounds. You want to weigh 150. What's the difference between where you want to be here and where you are? The difference is what you've been eating. So this little cup here represents, now you may be thinking, oh, there's more to it than that. You trying to lose weight? Somebody that knows how to do it? Why don't you stop thinking about all the things I'm saying that you don't agree with and consider where you might be wrong, okay? So here you are, here's where you want to be, and here's the difference. The difference between what you've been doing, what you should have been doing is what? Let's just call it excess. That's your little cup of excess. This is your crack. This is your drug. This is your medication. And some people say, well, Joe, I'm just addicted to food. You're not addicted to food. You got to have food. You got to have it. You're addicted to this. You're addicted to excess, to too much, to more than you need. Now, you've come about it honestly. We're in a culture that's what it's all about. You deserve it. You've earned it. We're in a culture of entitlement and indulgent, and it's really encouraged, even in some ways forced upon you. So I'm not trying to get on anybody. I just want to help you see what's happening. Here's why you're hungry. You're used to feeding this body. You're suddenly feeding this body. This is gone. How do you think you're going to feel? And you might be thinking when you're eating and you're hungry, you're like, man, I'm not eating enough. You're exactly right. You're not eating enough. You're not eating enough to weigh 200 pounds. Do you really want to eat till you're satisfied? Well, that's 200 pounds or more. So what do you do with this reality that you're still hungry, but that's really okay? So what do you do with it if you're still hungry, but that's okay? You embrace the hunger. That's what you're going to do. Embrace the hunger. You don't need it. How much? You tell me. How much excess do you need? How much excess of anything do you need? Zero. By definition, it's excess. It's excessive. A lot of people don't see that. They think there's something else going on in their lives rather than they eat excessively. You may feel like that's oversimplified, but let's just be real here. And then some people will say, well, I ate a plant-based diet. And I remember one person saying this. First of all, if you're getting advice from people telling you how to eat that are obese, don't listen to them. Now, if you're getting advice from somebody that's fit and healthy, and they're telling you, I eat a plant-based diet and I'm never hungry. Okay, here's what I'll say to that. That may be true. Then here's what I'm going to allow you to do. If you're here, if you're shooting for this, and you've eaten, and you're like, man, I'm still hungry, you may get you a bag of spinach and start throwing it in a big old bowl and just eat till your heart's content. Is that what you want? Is that going to satisfy you? Heck no, because you don't want spinach. You want chips and queso. That's what you want. You want to sit, and I'll even go further than that. You're concerned that you're not getting enough nutrients. And then For how many years have you been living like this? You've been getting your nutrients here? You don't think you can get your nutrients here? Take a vitamin or sit there and throw the spinach in a bowl. I'll even allow cucumbers, onions, broccoli, cauliflower, radishes, romaine, arugula. Throw it all in a bowl. You want that? No, you don't want that. That's not what you're after. You want the calories from queso. It's time to suck it up, embrace the hunger, and see what you can really do, because it's miraculous. It's amazing when you're willing to just say, you know what, I don't need that. You need this excess food you've been eating as much as you need a cigarette. And don't people that want a cigarette feel like they need a cigarette? Of course they do. Do they? No, they don't. And you don't need this either. It's time for you to be willing to fight it, because it doesn't come easily. You got to embrace the hunger. Hey, if you're listening to this and you're thinking, this is really going to help me, I'm asking you a favor. Please subscribe so you don't miss a video. Click the notification bell and it'll tell you when I'm on. If this is not helpful to you and you're like, I don't need this, I'm not asking you to do that. But if it is, then it's helping you. It's going to help others too. Thanks for tuning in. Trainer Joe. Remember, train your brain and transform your body.